Hello. Welcome to Lina's book summary library again today. Thank you for your hard work. I'm working hard on this channel to give you some time to learn while relaxing, even if you're busy every day. Well, today we're going to explore the theme of how to bring out creativity. When we think of creativity, we tend to think that it's only for people who draw pictures or make music, but that's not actually the case. For example, trying a new lunchbox for lunch today, or trying a slightly different method at work, is also a great creative action. So, creativity is something that everyone has. And today I'd like to introduce you to Creative Confidence, written by Tom Kelley and David Kelley. This is a great book that will increase your creativity and teach you how to believe in your own power. For example, this book can be a great help when you're stuck at work or don't have the courage to take on a new challenge. Let's explore this book together in a relaxed atmosphere today. I'll be talking about plenty of familiar examples, so please enjoy listening. First of all, the core of this book is the idea that creativity is not something that only special people have, but is a skill that everyone has. This is actually an important perspective. When we were children, we naturally displayed our creativity by drawing pictures and playing freely with clay. However, when we become adults, we often think that, I don't have that kind of talent. Here, I would like you to remember the story of Tom and David. One day, they were consulted by a man named Doug, who was designing MRI machines. Doug was making amazing machines using the latest technology, but one day, he saw a child crying when he saw the machine at a hospital. At this time, Doug realized how important it is not only to focus on technology, but also to consider people's feelings. From there, he began to make the machine look like a spaceship adventure to children, rather than just a medical device. As a result, rather than being scared, the children began to enjoy the examination. This story teaches us that creativity is not only born from special environments or talents, but also from small ingenuity and awareness. We too can create big changes in our daily lives by making small ingenuity. So let's think about how to bring out that creativity. One of the keys to bringing out creativity is to overcome fear. For example, there is a story about a woman who was so afraid of snakes that she avoided even going out into the garden. She tried a method called guided mastery by psychologist Albert Bandura. With this method, you take small steps such as just looking at the snake, then standing outside the room where the snake was, and gradually approaching it. Eventually, the woman was able to touch the snake and overcome her fear. Through this experience, she became confident in other challenges and began to boldly take on new things. In our daily lives, for example, there are people who are not good at presentations. First, try practicing speaking in front of a small group of people. If that goes well, gradually expand the scale. By accumulating small successes, something that was scary can turn into a fun challenge. Overcoming fear in this way makes it easier to unleash your creativity. Next, another point to bring out your creativity is to have a beginner's mind. When you go to a new environment, for example, when you travel, have you ever been excited by something or scenery you see for the first time? It is important to consciously have that feeling in your daily life. Even when you are walking the same road on your commute, you may notice that a new store has opened here, or feel that today is a different view than usual. This is an exercise to hone your creativity. Looking at everything with fresh eyes is an important step to develop creativity. So far, we have seen that overcoming fear and having a beginner's mind are the keys to bringing out creativity. Next, let's think about how to incorporate this creativity into your daily life. In order to incorporate creativity into your daily life, it is important to take action first. Many people come up with a new idea, but they think, what if I fail, and don't take the first step. But in reality, if you wait for the perfect idea or preparation, nothing will happen. For example, when a startup developed a new shopping app. Instead of making a fully completed app, They first made a simple prototype and had actual users try it. Based on that feedback, she made small improvements and eventually achieved great success. The key to this approach is not to aim for perfection from the beginning. It teaches you that by repeating small experiments, you can reach better results. Also, when trying something new, it is important to have support from those around you. There is a story about a woman who started posting ideas as a hobby and changed her life. At first, she just posted recipes and small projects she tried at home on social media, but gradually her followers increased, and eventually she used her talent to become the leader of a project. What supported her success was the voices of people who said, "It's amazing," and "I want to see more," on her posts. To hone your creativity, it is very important to accept the support and feedback from those around you. Take action, repeat small experiments, and value the support of those around you. If you practice these things, you will be able to demonstrate your creativity in your daily life. And the accumulation of these will lead to new discoveries and great success. Next, let's think about how to use this creativity in your work and career. To use creativity in your work and career, it is important to first find what you are truly passionate about. Many people are so busy with their daily work that their work becomes just a duty, but it is possible to turn it into joy. For example, there is a story about a teacher. At first, she taught her classes according to the textbook, but when she saw that her students were bored, she herself lost her sense of fulfillment. So she decided to change her teaching style and incorporate group discussions and project-based learning. The students began to actively participate in the class, and she herself was able to find passion for teaching again. In this way, by adding a new approach to your work, you can escape from a sense of mere duty and feel a sense of fulfillment. In addition, to make the most of your creativity, it is also effective to devise ways to incorporate what you like into your work. For example, one software engineer used his hobby of gardening to develop an app that supports plant care. For him, this project was not just a job, but a manifestation of his passion, and at the same time, it was a great success. In addition, it is important to value the sense of flow in your work. Flow, or the so-called flow state, is an activity in which you can become so immersed that you lose track of time. Finding the tasks and projects that you enjoy working on most will help you experience this flow, which will result in more opportunities to be creative. By finding your passion, incorporating it into your work, and being conscious of the flow state, you will find ways to use your creativity in your work. Next, I will talk about how to make your entire team more creative. In order to make your entire team more creative, it is essential to first ensure psychological safety. Psychological safety is an environment where all members can freely express their opinions. The first step in creating a creative team is to enable everyone to share their ideas without feeling anxious that, if I come up with an idea like this, I might be laughed at. One company held an idea meeting every week in which everyone participated, creating a space where employees of all positions could speak freely. As a result, young employees who had not previously spoken up began to make more innovative proposals, and new projects for the entire company were born one after another. In this way, creating a culture that respects everyone's opinions is effective in building a team that brings out creativity. In addition, diversity in a team is also a major factor in increasing creativity. When people with different backgrounds and expertise come together, their perspectives intersect and new ideas are more likely to be born. For example, in one project team, designers, engineers, and marketers worked together to solve problems, which allowed them to develop an original product. In this way, members with various perspectives working together greatly improve the creativity of the entire team. Leadership is also essential to the success of creative teams. Leaders are responsible for encouraging members to take risks and creating an environment where they are not afraid of failure. The important skill required of a leader is to see failure as an opportunity to learn and support members in connecting it to the next success. Psychological safety, diversity, and leadership. Teams with these three pillars firmly in place can demonstrate amazing creativity. So far, we have talked about specific ways to enhance creativity, but finally, we will tell you how to root this creativity in your daily life. To root creativity in your daily life, it is effective to accumulate small habits. Rather than a one-time effort, by incorporating creative actions little by little every day, you can naturally increase your creativity. For example, a designer set a goal of creating one new design every day to improve his skills. He started with simple ideas at first, and gradually began to challenge himself with more complex designs, and eventually, his continued efforts led him to become a top designer in the industry. By incorporating small goals like this as daily habits, you can train your creativity muscles. In addition, it is important to have the courage to try new things. By walking a different path than usual or reaching out into unknown fields, you can sometimes find unexpected inspiration. For example, there is a story of a person who is not good at cooking trying a new recipe and as a result discovering a dish that the whole family can enjoy. Such small adventures are the catalyst for nurturing creativity. It is also important to be open to other people's perspectives and feedback. Sharing your ideas with others and getting their opinions can help you realize something new. For example, after discussing the plot of a novel he was writing with his friends, an author discovered a plot that he had never thought of on his own, and created a hit novel. In this way, interacting with others can be a driving force to further expand your creativity. By accumulating small habits, enjoying new challenges, and incorporating the opinions of others, you can root creativity in your daily life. What would happen if we were to use the power of creativity we learned in this book for the vision of our channel? First of all, our goal is to be the #1 book commentary channel in Japan and the world, and to have a positive impact on the lives of many people. Using creativity as a weapon, the path to this goal will become even clearer. For example, in creating videos for this channel, it is important to have a human-centered design that carefully considers the needs of our listeners. Just as Doug, who was introduced in this book, improved the design of the MRI from a child's perspective, we should be able to create a channel that more people can enjoy by continuing to create videos from the viewer's perspective. It is also essential to have the courage to try new content without fear of failure. For example, trying videos with new themes or formats may reach a different audience than before. Even experimental videos can produce valuable results if you value feedback and make improvements. Furthermore, the concept of this channel itself is to encourage creativity to take root in daily life. Even in the midst of busy daily lives, we want to be a channel where we can continue to practice creativity by delivering content that allows listeners to expand their potential through learning. The power of creativity is infinite. We will continue to aim to be a channel where we can grow together with our listeners while making use of what we have learned from this book. Thank you very much for listening to the end today. I would be truly happy if this video was of any help to you. Let's continue to learn and grow together.